Hello everyone, so this is our new conquest and this is what we are going to start doing because I've done a poll on Twitter. I made it fair for everybody of what you wanted me to do next. So this is what we are doing. So our new game is Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires. So this game is set in the time period in China, which is set in the period of the Three Kingdoms era of China. So set at the end of the Han when the Han Empire was getting destroyed. Yeah, we're basically set then. We're set just after when the Han Empire was getting destroyed. So again, we are going to create a character. So we are going to call our character. What should we call our character? So we had Shang in the last one. We are going to have who should we have? So we had Shang. We'll have Quan. I like Quan. I think let's go. Have Quan. So basically we're gonna do exactly the same thing as what we did on Samurai Warriors, but this game has so much more you can do. So you can actually start off the game as a regular officer. So you can start off as a officer. You can actually start off unemployed. You don't even have to join anybody. You go full Super Saiyan. So yeah, so you can start off. So you can literally start off as nobody and work your way up to marshal, up to the highest rank possible. Yeah. So yeah, there is a lot more you can actually do on this game. And then again, I'm going to be going through all of the famous officers that are available, basically talking about them, seeing what they did in the era and the time periods, things like that. But we are starting off with creating a character. So we are going to. That's Shimmer Zhao's haircut. You see him. So we are going to start. I don't really like any of these haircuts. I'm not gonna lie. We'll have something like that. Yeah, that's cool. You have eye patches and all sorts on this game as well. It's really cool. Some funky designs. You have like the Year of the Dead in that's set in I think it is Mexico. Yeah, Mexico. Have like clown masks. I'll give him some glasses. I'll give him some glasses. Bit different. Some horns. I can make him like a regular off it. No, because then that sort of defeats the object of this game, if I'm honest. Might not give him anything. There you go. So we can change their face. I'll go with 1. I'm not going to do all the jaw depth and things this time, if I'm honest. I like that. We'll give him that. Eyes. What eyes can we give him? I like them eyes. We'll go with that. Nose, and give him a different nose. So the customization of the sort of game is sort of similar, with the what you can do and what you can add, but yeah. So everything like that is sort of similar, but yeah. But so you can add a bit more with like mustaches and stuff, but I don't really want a mustache. Honest beard. You give him some big bushy beard. There we go. We'll do that. Body type. We're gonna have. So you can change these. We'll just go for the standard. That's cool. Go for the standard. And this is what I like. So, there are all sorts of equipment you can actually acquire to your character. So you can give him all sorts of things. You can give him pirate hat. You can give him like a hat that you saw as well, like a Ronin hat. You can give an emperor hat. You can give him all sorts of things. So you can make him like a sort of sorcerer sort of thing as well. Let's have a look. Let's keep looking. What hat? With so many hats. There's KD Mider's head. So some of these are from the original Samurai Warriors games. Their haircuts. So Sun Wukong, in case you wanted to know, in Warriors Orochi. He's also mentioned in Chinese myth as well. So I might give him a cool helmet, but then that covers up his glasses. I want to give him a cool helmet. Or should I give him a sort of Ronin hat? Yeah, we'll do that. Then you can change the colour of it. So we'll go for. So we go for the white. No, we'll go for the black. And then you can give him some sort of some clothes as well. So yeah, so there's just lots more. So as I said that there was it was about the same. There seems to be a bit more as I'm playing through it. There seems to be a bit more sort of customization that you can do. Yeah. So again, really good. Give him some Japanese armor. Oh, we can sort of make him a wanderer of the night. Yeah, we'll do that. That's cool. Go for the... What should we do? Go for the red. Then we can do the gauntlets as well. There's just so much possibility that you can do. You can create a character like 6 times. And then also on this, there's marriage, there's betrayal. You can actually betray halfway through a halfway through a battle as well, and just think, you know what? I don't actually want to be on this side. I want to change I want to change sides, and you can do that. That is your choice. I feel like this needs to be the same color as what my thing is. I need red. Where's red? Obviously. Oh, it's that one. Okay. So you can change the legs as well. So you can give it some trousers. You can give it some, yeah. So you can give it some trousers. Give it some cool trousers as well. So what can we give him? What can we give him? Make him look like a scarecrow. No, we're not going to do that. You know, I'm feeling something like that, you know. Like that red, and then you give us, some shoes. Let's have a look. Give him something like that, yeah. That's cool. And then you can give him a favourite weapon. So, I'm not gonna lie, I've got a lot of favourite weapons on this game. Dynasty Warriors was always like my game. It was always like, wow, Dynasty Warriors, woo! So you give him all sorts of things. So I'm feeling something like the curved sword, looking a bit mysterious. Starts the enemy with high special attacks. Release a flash of front and starts the enemy movement. Yeah. Musou attack. So if we go, What can I do? What do I like? I can't actually remember. Aerial Muso, we are going for Lubu's. Straight up. Which is the Armageddon Strike. So we're going for that. Then we can also have... Do you know what? I always remember that one being quite good. Who's your attack 2? I'll do that one. Then Rage Attack, doesn't really matter. We might go with, so ties for that one. There you go. Then you can change his voice. So look, there's all sorts of voices that you can actually have. Ability type, so I can change him. So he has to, so to change him to stuff, you will see. You can make him a simpleton. No, so you can have, so you can have our high leadership or controlled, yeah. So there's all sorts of fun. Slow moving, but attack. We'll do that. Way of life. He will be a loyal warrior. Actually, no. Unmatched under the heaven. Favorite stratagem. So we can have some stratagems. So we like swift raids. We like iron walls. That's a good one as well. But all of these stratagems, there seems loads. They will make sense. I promise. They will all make sense when I explain them all. Have Thunderstrike. That's easy. Yes. Saving. So we have Quan. And these are all my people, basically, that I've played it through. And they've, so I played as, like, Zhang Liao, and then I've married Del Quan and things like that. Things like that. I also have some, oh, do I not? I have a custom banner. There you go. You can actually customize your unit as well. So you can make your own units and stuff as well. So we don't want to do that. You have your own warhorse that I've customized. There's a black little one that's quite cool. I really like him. I think it's cool. So I always go for Speedy. So you can give him like you can get like all sorts of different horses. Red hair, Hexmark, you have Shadowrunner. But I went for Morgany. What did I name him? Oh, he's named number 1. I want to name him. What should I name him? I thought I named him the Dark Astra. Yeah! Dark Astra. Yeah. Makes it look mysterious. Yeah! Dark Astra. So as you can see, you can customize your own horse, you can customize your own banners, you can customize your own soldiers, which I've also done. Honestly, there is so much that you can actually do, and you can have any sort of soldier, which is really cool. And so I've customized my own soldiers, everything, which is so cool. So yeah, so I love this game. And I think most Empire games that Dynasty Warriors do, they should try and model on this. For the sole reason for the sole reason it's just. I'm making him a model. Change my mind. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, yeah, I love this game, and you can make your own scenarios as well, and things like that. So anyway, we're going to start a new game. So I also have some downloadable content. So I have the Little Conqueror, who you will see. What's a costume tonight? I don't have any. So we are going to do a Gathering of Heroes. So we are going to do it on, we'll say normal. Yeah. So we're going to unlock all weapons. Item unlock is also increase our natural things. Yeah. We're going to go hard on this one. Cool. Set your character from officers. Select starting hidden from crossing units. Set the character from the officers. So we're going to do Quan. I'm going to be a free officer. And I am going to go and start my life as a free officer in Luoyang. So the ruler here is Wang Yuanji, which is cool. So, Guan Yu is in charge here. Are we going to use these settings? Yeah. Yeah, yes we will. Is that a little cutscene to begin with? So we have Zhao Yun and Wang Yuanji here. There's that little cutscene go. Then he'll basically say that he wants to be king, that he'll rule the land. I'm still just an unknown wanderer, but one day my name will ring out across the world. He's doing very well, not talking and thinking. Sushi. Here we go. So I haven't played this in ages. So you can either serve a kingdom, so I can serve Wang Yuanji. Invite an officer to form a vagabond unit. So one of them is Zhao Yun, but he's under the watchful eye of he's under the watchful eye. You also have Ding Feng, Xing Kai. That's quite a cool bunch, to be fair. Yeah, things like that. And then we have Hu Zhong, Xua Huai, Guo Shi. Yeah. So we shall start off talking about the famous Zhao Yun. So Zhao Yun is an officer who served originally under a general named Gunsong Xion, his name was originally, and he served under him. And he was basically part of the White Riders that was underneath his command. And basically he didn't like his services, so he left. Then he went and joined the forces of Yuan Shao, who was in the Center Plains. Who was in control of the Central Plains, who actually wiped out Gunsheng Zon's forces in the end, and then again didn't like him. But he then came on to join the the leader Liu Bei, and who would later be in charge of the kingdom of Shu. So basically, Zhao Yu was a very, very famous warrior during the Three Kingdoms era. During the Battle of Shangban, he rode out by himself to go and rescue the son of Liu Bei, and basically the heir of the Shu kingdom. And basically he saved him, and he was always known Xiao Xiao tried to recruit him. He said no. And Xiao Xiao's actually quoted by saying, if I had Zhao Yun in my ranks, if I had Zhao Yun in my army, then I would not need anybody else. Because of how strong he was as a warrior and how courageous he was as a warrior. He lived out his life and he died of old age, basically. He lived out his life. He didn't actually die in battle. He died of old age. But again, he was also in the, I think, no, he wasn't the head. I think he was top 3 of the 5 tiger generals of Shu. So he was in the top, so he was in that. So he was also a very strong warrior, courageous warrior, honorable warrior, one of the best that Zhao Yun has. Shengonga's large banquet, the satisfied cooking heard across the land. So yeah, so all of this, not gonna lie, may seem a little scary at first. You may all be looking at this like, oh my days, what is going on? But what you will learn is it's not actually that hard to follow. So basically, you can go to different regions. Zhang Liao, what's a guy? Love that. And you can go to different regions, and basically, you can either become a dishonorable, or you can either become a villain, or you can also become someone of benevolence, who wants to lead the kingdom through peace and tranquility, or you can lead by villainy, who basically like Dong Zhuo, who is a very famous person for this, who basically destroyed the kingdom. Yeah, there you go. There's also, I also know, in case you wanted to know, I also know something about the normal officers, not just famous officers, because I've Googled them. So I also know some about them. So I may go and talk about them as well. So someone like Guo Shi basically was under the command of Dong Zhuo. And then when Dong Zhuo was assassinated by Lu Bu, he basically stayed in the capital with Liu Si and set up his own governance and basically took over Luoyang. And then there was an uprising. Then Xiao Xiao basically put down his uprising due to basically deception and he could see that Guo Shi and Liu Shi and Liu Su basically were at loggerheads with each other. And basically they wanted to both be in charge, which it didn't happen. So basically he used that to their advantage, and basically then they split up, hated each other, they spread lies about it, and basically that ended their thing, and they were eventually killed. Both of them were killed in separate incidences. Zhu Ron is a very famous officer of the Wu army. Came in quite late. He had quite a rivalry with another Wu, an incredible Wu strategist named Lu Xun, who basically then led the strategy to Shu. And basically, he was a very deciding factor in the Battle of Yiling, where due to rage caused by Liu Bei basically attacked Zhu for revenge, and everyone knows when you try to attack someone through revenge, it does not end well. So basically, he attacked that, completely ignored all strategies and stuff given by Zhuge Liang, and basically he was eventually killed. No, not killed. Why am I saying that? No, he was not killed. That is just a silly thing to say. No, he was not killed. So basically, Zhu Ron started a fire attack, which he put right slap bang in the middle of the enemy camp, which then caused the Shu army to go into complete disarray. And basically, officers were also killed during that battle as well from the Shu forces. Shu lost a lot of forces, lost a lot of ground, where they were just about to invade Wei, and then it all sort of went pear-shaped because they wanted the revenge for the death of Liu Bei's brother, Guan Yu. We'll get to that. It's not actually his brother, but we will get to that later. And basically, Zhu Ron countered this. done a fire attack when the enemy when they weren't thinking straight, because they had the headlongs in the battle to begin with. They even killed the famous Wu general Gung Ning. Shav Mok killed him. But yeah, and then eventually disarray, they all then withdrew, and then Liu Bei then after that battle grew ill and he eventually died, and Yuan Shan, who Zhou Yu saved, became leader of the Shu forces. But like I said, and then Zhu Ron was basically inducted as a high profile strategist under the Wu regime, and again lived out his life and didn't actually die in battle but died of old age. So yeah, so like I said, I know quite a lot about most of these warriors. So yeah, so we'll start off, so we'll go here. Is anybody so we have Thunderstruck, oh we have Unity as well, we use it. Okay, so we got some. Oh, go away. Okay, so we use them items. Oh, well, we have the red hair. Yes, boy, we are using that. So because the reason why I'm so happy about that is the speed, but low defense. Increases damage taken from enemy projectile attacks. Creatures are resistant against elemental attacks. That seems good. Not bad. Enables you to sometimes deflect arrows when you're on horse. Enables you to somersault at a time when attack while in the air. Enables you to shadow sprint with all shadow sprint class weapons. Prevents knockback from enemy attack during a strong attack. That seems good. Prevents knockback from enemy attack. There we go. Have that. So basically, it was rumored. Not rumored. It happened. The red hair that you will see is the horse of Lu Bu, the best horse in the game, and also one of the strongest horses in history. So the red hair was known to gallop 1,000 leagues a day and was able to cross mountains and everything. A very, very famous horse, and they said by men Lu Bu, by horses red hair. Red hair was a very, very famous horse and one of the most famous horses in the game. So we have Zhang Liao as well. So we might as well talk about Zhang Liao. Zhang Liao was an officer who was originally serving Dong Zhuo. And then when Lu Bu killed Dong Zhuo, he then joined Lu Bu. But then during the Battle of Shepi, where Lu Bu then betrayed Liu Bei, where he went underneath his protection, he betrayed Liu Bei and took over the castle of Shepi, where then Xiao Xiao and Liu Bei formed a coalition to then defeat the forces of Lu Bu. When everyone was captured, Lu Bu and Shen Gong. Shen Gong didn't want to join Xiao Xiao. He gave him the option. He said no, and he was executed. Lu Bu Xiao Xiao didn't even offer Lu Bu the thing, even though Lu Bu basically said, I can win you the land through power. And that's what, even though Xiao Xiao was all about power, he didn't want to use it. And he didn't want Lu Bu because he's already known that he's betrayed every single lord he's ever had. He was underneath the command of Ding Yuan as a famous general, and he killed him. He then went on to Dong Zhuo and killed him. He then betrayed Liu Bei. He then betrayed Yuan Shu. There were so many people. Yuan Shu, he also betrayed him. Yuan Shao, he also betrayed. There were so many people he betrayed that he knew he was not a good idea. So he was executed. But he liked the courage and basically the courage and the warriormanship of Zhang Liao, and he recruited him. Zhang Liao was then served Wei, and Zhang Liao was inducted into the Wei's 5 Tiger Generals, basically because Zhang Liao again defended Hefei with 2 officers, Li Dian and Yu Jin, all 3 of them didn't really like each other, but they defended the castle from Wu, who sent a force of 100,000 against Zhang Liao's 10,000. He basically defended that castle with 10,000 troops and didn't let them near. So basically, he was the main lead fighter against the Wu forces, and basically, with the Wu forces, he was the one that kept attacking, and the Wu forces were actually scared of him because of how strong he was as a general. He always wanted to be the mightiest general, and he proved that. And he was eventually killed at the Battle of Rushiku, where by a arrow, and he was actually killed during that last battle confrontation with Wu. But again, one of the best warriors in the land, very strong warrior. That's why we would like him on our team. This is red hair. Let's have a look. It's been a while. Oh, there you go. There's more than that to get the jump on me. Zhang Liao is advancing. Assist as many bases as you can before Zhang Liao arrives. Ah! Reinforcements! So we're trying to take down the base. And as you can see at the top? That he has that. If I switch my weapons, he will have an exclamation mark. Then again, if I switch, he will have a crystal. The best thing that you could do is get the crystal. The crystal is the one that you want. The crystal is the best one. When they have an exclamation mark on their head, this is what will happen. I will show you. They don't flinch. Oh, that's a perfect example. So I took him down. Right, okay. We'll go up here. So we have this weapon out. So if we go up here. From here. He will not flinch. It's just because I'm a stronger warrior. So hold on. Okay. So if we have a look and we go up here, this is our objectives. So basically there's a lot more battles, a lot more smaller battles, but basically with these battles, it's not done by troop strength this time, it's done by level. Enemy forces are losing their will to fight. Do not give up. So, this general, Zhuo Tai, started off his life as a bandit. He was working on the boat. He was working as a pirate. That's what he was. He was a pirate in the Wu River. Basically, Sun Tzu recruited him along with Sun Tzu recruited him basically to protect his brother Sun Quan. So Zhuo Tai was a very so when everyone used to go to parties and things like that and have drink and stuff like that, he was always not shy, but he was always quite reserved. He never really he knew that his sole job and his sole mission was to be the protector of Sun Quan, who was his lord's brother. And basically Zhuo Tai has got loads and loads of war scars on him. Basically, from all of the times he has shielded Sun Quan over the years. And basically, Zhuo Tai was a very, very loyal officer to Sun Quan. So at the Battle of Hefei, which I mentioned about with Zhuge Liang, it's a bit ironic, really. At the Battle of Hefei, there was a bridge, and physically you couldn't cross it, but somehow Sun Quan was able to cross it. So Sun Quan lost his horse. Zhuo Tai basically gave his horse to Sun Quan and let him escape while he stayed back and defended his rear guard against Zhang Liao and his forces, which he did. He defended it, and Sun Quan was able to get away, and he tried to hold a banquet in his honor, which he didn't want. And sometimes he used to basically abuse him and laugh at him for all of the scars, but Zhou Tai used to accept it. But yeah, he was so Sun Quan was actually not quite a nice general to his officers, including Zhou Tai, who basically risked his life to save him. But Zhou Tai, again, one of the best bodyguards in the Three Kingdoms era, very, very loyal and a great, great general. So let's go and kill him. Ha! Come at me! So Tai has been defeated. The battle is won. There you go. So we have a friendship level up. And also this is what I like. So it will also give you like a little explanation about some of the warriors and stuff that's in this thing. So they're not the famous officers. They're so these are just normal officers. But if you want to stop, you can pause it and then you can actually read the text and stuff about these warriors as well. So it's always good to sort of learn about the warriors of history in the Chinese era. A warrior who lived through chaos. There you go. So sometimes if we move to here, so you can also move from where you originally was. Let's assassinate the unit captain. Alright. We'll do that. Why not? I don't really know much about Zhang Qiu. So, and you can't let the torch troops find you, basically. So that's a no-no. Yeah, cool. So I just use that. Wait a minute. And then we shall go. And then you can pause that if you wish. So we can't get caught. And we have to take out the troop on the who's straight in front of us. So you can't get caught by the torch troops. And as time goes on, you can actually assassinate the actual commander. Okay. So you can actually assassinate the lord of the region if you keep doing this. And then you get a cutscene, everything like that. It's a big thing. There you go. So we killed an official. So like I said, there's a lot more you can do on this game, on Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires. There's a lot more to do. There you go. An officer under Hongzhu. So Hongzhu, Sun Quan, Dong Zhuo, Li Jun, Fan Xiao, Ma Ting, Han Sui. So these are very famous officers, and you will see that as well when I Oh, what? No. Invite an officer to form a vagabond unit. So we got Shima Zhao, Zhuo Ba, Guo Huai. Oh, it's not the Guo Hai, I think. Wei Yan. So as he's here, Zhao Ba is basically the son of Xiahou Yuan, if you wanted to know. So we'll start with Xiahou Ba. So Xiahou Ba, his father was a very famous general underneath Xiao Xiao, and basically he was the cousin of Xiao Xiao, and basically he was a very loyal officer underneath Xiao Xiao. But we'll get to him. And basically this is his son, Xiahou Ba. And basically one of Xiahou Ba's first official battle was at the Battle of Mount Dingjun. And at the Battle of Mount Dingjun, something quite sad happened. Xiahou Yuan was basically killed by Huang Zhou from the Shu army, and he was ambushed and killed. And Xiahou Ba witnessed this. Stayed with the Wei army, was loyal to them, blah blah blah. But then during the Jin dynasty, where the Zhaos rose up, he basically, everyone was being killed who was all loyal to Xiao Xiao and who had remnants to Xiao Xiao. So all like Cao Mao, Shahobar's brother was also killed, and his and all of this people. So basically, he fled. Shahobar fled to Shu, and basically stayed with Shu. So basically, he betrayed his father, he betrayed his uncle, he betrayed his cousins, he betrayed everyone, and joined Shu. And then eventually, as time went on, a battle was fought, and he was actually killed in battle. Yeah, which is actually quite sad. Sima Zhao was basically the first ruler of the Jin dynasty. If you Google it, the Jin dynasty is the dynasty which took over from the Han dynasty. It took over from the Han dynasty and finished the Three Kingdoms era. And basically, Sima Zhao was the last leader, was the first leader of the Zhaos who took over the Jin dynasty. He basically he basically invaded Shu, took down Badi Castle, and then that's when Shu surrendered, and so he claimed their lands. He then set his sights on. Oh no! So then he rose in the government of Wei after he destroyed Shu, and then killed the the Wei emperor, and then placed his son in charge. And basically, he was then that set up for the foundation of the Jin dynasty. And then after he died of age, his son then invaded Wu, and because Wu were going through turmoil at the time, they was on their 16th general of the Sun clan, and basically he was forming banquets, not defending his lands. His lands were going into ruin. People betrayed him. Wu lost all of their power. Jin thought this is the perfect time, and he invaded and destroyed them. So basically, Sima Zhao was also a very, very, very clever strategist. Come from the famous line of the Sumas. The famous line of the Sumas. So Sima Si, Sima Yi, Sima Shi, and Sima Zhao. So, very, very famous line of the Seamers. Yeah, and Sima Zhao was just a very, very, very clever general and a very, very clever, outstanding talent and general as well. So that's Sima Zhao in a nutshell, but we're going to recruit. Yay! Yay! So when we eventually get our own land, we may be able. We will start off with the lights. We will start off with Sima Zhao. With not Sima Zhao. We have to join your kingdom. So we have a vagabond. Sima Zhao. My job. Come on. Yeah, you know you wanna. You were just playing tricks on me, you guy. So we have Sima Zhao. So this is Sima Zhao. Even in history, he acts like he don't really care. He don't bother. But in actual fact, yeah, he turned out to be a really famous officer. So we want a wife. So we're having a look around, see if there's anyone that we can go. Anyone free here? We have Wei Yan, Ma Dai, Wang Wei, Kai Rienji, Yun Jin, Guo Huai, Guo Xuan, Ling Tong, Zheng He, no one there. Xiao Xiao, Lian Xi, Liu Xian, Bo Xiong. Oh my days. Zhu Ge, Zhang Liang. They got Lu Shu, Lu Bu, Zhuo Zi, Yu Ying. What on earth? What an army! What an army! Sorry. Calm down, Paul. Calm down. So I'm feeling the best option, I'm thinking, for a wife is, I just saw her, where is she? Where's she gone? Where's she gone? I just saw her. Sung-hee, no. Where's she gone? I want Dal Kwan. Where is she? I just saw her. So basically, you can recruit officers. I think it's a maximum. No, we're gonna go for Sun Shang Shang. So if we recruit, we want Sun Shang Shang. Yay! We got Sun Shang Shang. So Sun Shang Shang is again a. There you go, raising everyone's loyalty. This is good. So Sun Shang Shang, again, is a very, very famous woman. She is from the Wu Empire, and basically she is the son of Sun Jian, and basically she is the son of him. And basically, her brothers are Sun Ce and Sun Quan, who were both rulers of the Wu Empire. So was Sun Jian, who claimed to be the descendant of Sun Tzu, who's basically a strategist who wrote a book about the importance of strategy, and basically considered one of the greatest generals of the time. So basically, a warrior princess. She basically went into battles as a warrior princess, and basically she used to go into battle and things like that. And she basically met the Shu Emperor Liu Bei, and Liu Bei and her were very famously committed a alliance marriage between Wu and Shu to stabilize their alliance together, and basically they married, they stayed together. Apparently, it wasn't a happy marriage in history. In the game, is decapitated something else that they were happily married and blah 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 blah. But no, it wasn't that happy. It wasn't that happy of a marriage. Sun Shang Shang used to always miss Wu as well. And basically, she always used to have a full clad of handmaidens outside her room in full armor, just in case of any sort of attack on her, because she was something of Wu, where Wu killed her Liu Bei's brother Guan Yu, and basically the alliance was then shattered. And she thought that this could be a problem. But anyway, Sun Shang Shang again, very very famous with a bow. In this, she has her discs, chakams that she uses, but very very famous lady of the bow, a very very strong general of a lady of the bow. Anyway, moving on. So we need to do a battle because we do. So we can get a clay bomb. So we can raise the loyalty of Sun Shang Shang at the same time. I think we have enough time, so you have enough time to do this. There you go, leave that. And then you can see that as well. Let me say go. So what I will also do as well is I will do some of these stratagems. So if we unleash this one, for example, it basically releases a thunder strike against the enemy. That releases a thunder strike against the enemy. And saying Shang is advancing. So as many bases as you can. And then we have Unity, which heals your health, increases morale, blah 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 blah. All this sort of jazz. So stratagems are very, very good because you can set up a stratagem where people will withdraw, and then they will come back and do thunder strikes across the whole battlefield, or arrows, which can help you out massively. So yeah, so stratagems in this game work different to stratagems in stratagems in previous other empires. Die. Work different in from Samurai Warriors 4 Empires, where you could do it, where you had to buy tactics and things like that. These are already here, and these stratagems will work basically through that. They'll work where you click the R2 button, and then click up, and then click up, and then it will give you that stratagem. Oh. Yeah, so that's stratagems. And there's loads of different ones. You can there's main camp raid where you can just invade the main camp, things like that. And then I will show you a battle as well. Ding Feng is soon joining the battle. And I'm not gonna get to him, am I? Come on. Speed up, horsey! Giddy up! Yeah! Another famous officer, Ding Feng, was a incredible strategist, an incredible warrior for Wu. He was very loyal to Wu. And he served 70 years in the Wu army. Basically, he joined them and he served 70 years within the Wu army. So a very, very famous warrior in Wu. Known for his poetry and known for his design of maps. No, he weren't maps. He was known for his poetry, though. He was known for writing poetry, Ding Feng, even though how big he was, known for poetry. And he was involved in loads of major battles as well for Wu. And yeah, served 70 years in Wu's armed forces. And again, lived out his life, and actually died of old age. He didn't actually die in battle. But again... yeah, so very famous officer, and yeah, done really well underneath Wu. So I will cut it off here because we're coming up to 55-minute mark. So I do hope you like the content. If you like the content, like, comment, subscribe. It will be greatly, greatly appreciated. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Speak to you all soon. And this is my new thing. Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires. Hope you all enjoy. Yeah, and speak to you all soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.